Hi, I'm Shelly from GleeFan.com, and this is my interview with Darren Criss.
So you're a solo musician. You've acted on film and on stage, and now you're going to be on Glee.
Yeah, that's weird, right? Crazy.
Yeah. It seems like you've had a lot of pretty awesome opportunities. Do you have a favorite mode of performing?
I do. No matter what, I will always prefer a live performance, whether it be a play or a musical or playing music live. As long as it's live, it's the best because there's sort of an immediacy to connection between an audience and a performer, whereas where you do film or television, you're at the whim of so many different forces. You know, there's a lot of editing and camera work involved, and also you have to wait quite a long time before you see any kind of reaction or connection to what it is that you did on camera. So yeah, I always prefer doing things live. Between acting and as a musician, I'd say probably prefer playing my own shows as a musician because that's when you're truly the master and commander of your own ship, and it's always fun just playing music with a band. You know, really just actively putting your energy into something that you've created is so much fun. You know, we don't have a script, not necessarily to hold you down because, you know, if the script is good, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so playing music is definitely my preferred mode of transport, as it were.
So when you're not busy performing, what do you like to do in your spare time?
Oh man, I don't really have spare time. When I have spare time, I start freaking out because I get really antsy because I'm like, oh my God, there's so many things that I should be working on. Man, I got to take care of the chores. You know, my laundry, I got to go to the grocery store, I got to clean the schmutz off my mirror that I've been trying to get rid of, clean my room, I don't know, try and make my life somewhat less of a mess and a joke of chaos than it is. So that's what I do in my spare time. But when I'm not working on Glee, certainly I'm spending all my time working on the next show that we're doing with my company, Starkid Productions, and I'm finishing and developing the music for that.
So I saw your audition videos on MySpace when Glee had its online casting call. Is that how you got the part?
I don't know. I mean, because I made those just because a lot of friends were saying, oh, you should do it. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. But I eventually got my head out of my butt and just did it because I figured it wouldn't hurt. I had gone out for Glee before. Interestingly enough, I actually went out for the role of Finn 2.5 years ago. I wasn't right for the part at all. I mean, I remember reading it and being like, this is not me. This is like a football player, and I'm kind of a small hobbitish guy. But, you know, as an actor, you go out for all kinds of things, and whether or not it really kind of lines up to who you are is completely separate. So Blaine was the first time I'd gone out for it where I was like, this is actually somebody that I might be able to capture a little bit. It's kind of closer to sort of my disposition, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I made those videos months before I went in for Blaine. You know, I'm an actor out in Los Angeles, so, you know, you go on auditions quite often, and I'd gone out for Glee 2 or 3 times for other roles before, so this was just, well, not just another, because it's always exciting when you go in for Glee, because you're always like, oh my God, Glee. And so when I went in for this one, I was, you know, nervous as anything else. My audition is not, in my mind, was not the audition that people see online. I mean, it's not available on YouTube, but I sang 2 songs, and I did the scene, and that was that. Ryan Murphy told me later that he saw my videos online from the MySpace thing. I'm assuming it's because whenever maybe the casting office sent him my tape of my actual audition, they probably just tacked those on there. I'm sure they found those and they kind of all put them together. So I don't know if they're all connected or if that's the reason why I got the part, but I don't think it hurt. So I don't really know if that was the deal closer. I have no idea. Or the deal sealer, I should say.
Which character from the show do you relate to the most?
That's a good question. Don't ever ask me that. Who do I relate to a lot? I mean, the cool thing about Glee is that every character is like a shard of everybody. You know, if you say that you relate to one person, that kind of pigeonholes you as a certain type, because I feel like all the different characters are kind of big, not exaggerations, but really big blown versions of a certain trait, whether it be kind of like the silly or the kind of extravagant or the, rambunctious. I think they're all different colors of a whole palette of a whole person, which is why I think Glee works so well. So I don't really know. It's tough. Some days I feel like, I feel really, silly and kind of, not saying he's a dumb character because he's a funny character, but, he says a lot of things that I will relate to. I'll say sometimes I'm a Finn and sometimes I feel much more of a badass and I'll feel like Mercedes. And so I don't know. Of course, I can never be as cool as Mercedes. She's quite cool. It would take a whole lot of energy for me to be as cool as she is. But no, I don't. I'd say everybody. I have my days with different people. That's a good question. I've never thought about that.
That's a good answer. A little bit of everyone.
Yeah, I'll do everybody. I mean, every person is so many different people that I'm never one to pigeonhole anybody or anything. I think we are an amalgamation of 1,000 different things. So based on that idea, yeah, I relate a little bit to everybody on different days of the week.
I don't know if you can tell us, but if you can, what's been your favorite scene or musical number to film so far?
I mean, I won't tell you simply because I don't want to give it away what we're doing, but they're really fun. I can tell you that, and I really like the guys that I get to perform with a whole lot, and I'm not just saying it to be nice. Like I really enjoy spending time with them. They're all really cool guys.
If you could write your own storyline for Blaine, no restrictions, what would you like to see your character do?
I'd like to see him go back in time and hang out with dinosaurs, and then maybe like befriend like a really cool triceratops, and then of course the dinosaurs in this universe would be friendly and wouldn't harm me, and they'd of course be able to speak English perfectly too, and also the character of Blaine would be incredibly proficient at wilderness skills and would be able to build a house similar to that of the Swiss Family Robinson. And of course, magically there would be other humans there that I could befriend, so I wouldn't go crazy. And then I would just kind of hang with them, and then if and when I got bored with that by season 4 or 5, I would take a time machine back to where we are now, and then maybe go to space, and then, have like a monkey friend that I get to have, intergalactic adventures with. And then, and then I discover the cure to cancer, and then I find a secret file somewhere in the Atlantic that gives me the power of flight.
That'd be a great plot twist.
Yeah, I think it would. People keep asking me what's going to happen with Blaine, and I wish I was serious when I said that answer. I mean, I'm serious about me wanting that to happen, but somehow I don't think that'll match up to the dimension that McKinley High exists in.